Are Imam Mahdi about to appear soon? Will we live to see the time of the Dajjal? Are we truly living in the end times? These are common questions I'm being asked a lot these days, especially due to the current state of the world. You must first understand that the Prophet gave us two types of signs regarding the end times: minor signs and major signs. There are 10 major signs, which include the Dajjal, Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, Imam Mahdi. Others, none of the major signs will occur until all of the minor signs have first taken place. Imam Mahdi is the bridge between the minor and major signs, meaning he will be the last of the minor signs, and he will witness the emergence of the Dajjal, who is the first of the major signs. Remember, if not all the minor signs appear, neither Imam Mahdi nor Dajjal will appear, according to scholars. Most of the minor signs have already occurred, except for a few that still remain. One of them is a hadith in Sahih Bukhari, where the Prophet mentions the Euphrates River, which runs from Turkey through Syria into Iraq. The Prophet said that the river will dry up, revealing beneath it a mountain of gold. He warned us not to go there, as out of every 100 people who go, 99 will die trying to get the gold, and only one will return alive. This is a minor sign that has not happened yet, and until it does, neither Imam Mahdi nor Dajjal will come. Another sign that hasn't yet appeared is mentioned in Sahih Muslim: the Arabian Peninsula will become green again with rivers flowing through it. I haven't witnessed this either. There are other minor signs still pending, such as the many battles and wars that are foretold to take place before the emergence of Imam Mahdi. One long hadith describes a war involving Al-Ram. Who are they? In the Prophet's time, Rum referred to the Roman Empire, but today it refers to Europeans and those who migrated from Europe to form places like America. These people will be divided into two groups. One group will be enemies of Muslims, while the other will be sympathetic toward Muslims. The sympathetic group will ally with Muslims and fight the other group. Some battles they will win, others they will lose until eventually the Muslims and their allies achieve a major victory and enjoy a brief period of peace. After this peace, a dispute arises. Muslims will say, "We won because of the Qur'an," while the Al-Ram will say, "No, we won because of the cross." This leads to a fight between them, where the Muslims are defeated. And after this defeat, Imam Mahdi will appear as mentioned in authentic narrations. Another authentic hadith in Abu Dawood talks about the succession of caliphs, leaders who ruled the Muslim world from the time of Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, until about a century ago. Near the end of time, Muslim leaders will gather in Sham, Greater Syria, to appoint a new leader. Sham in Hadith doesn't just refer to modern Syria, it includes Lebanon, Palestine, parts of Iraq, and Egypt. During this gathering, one of the possible leaders will flee to Mecca, not wanting the responsibility. The rest will pursue him and find him performing tawaf around the Kaaba. They will force him to accept leadership, just like Abu Bakr was urged to take leadership. This man will be Imam Mahdi. What confirms he is the Mahdi is not just this event, but the miraculous destruction of an opposing army. Rebellious army from Sham will march to crush those who gave him allegiance. When this army reaches the area near Medina, the ground will open up and swallow the entire army. This miraculous event will confirm that the man in Mecca is indeed the true Mahdi. Once a man Mahdi is recognized, he will unite the Muslim world and lead them into a massive war in Europe. According to Hadith, 1/3 of the Muslim army will be martyred. 1/3 will flee and will never be forgiven, and the remaining third will achieve victory with Imam Mahdi. He will then bring justice and peace to a world filled with injustice. Mention that he will travel to India, Persia, and other lands to gather the Muslim Ummah. At this point, he will have global leadership and continue to move between Jerusalem and Europe. Scholars explain that this means Jerusalem will be under Muslim control, possibly under Imam Mahdi himself. Some scholars believe that Dajjal will set up base around Jerusalem, and there's debate about whether Jerusalem will be occupied or free when he appears. However, Hadith clearly say that Dajjal will not be able to enter Mecca, Medina, Masjid al-Aqsa, or Masjid al-Tur as mentioned in Musnad Ahmad. Regarding Masjid al-Aqsa, the Prophet stated Dajjal cannot enter it. This raises the question, does this mean only the mosque will be safe, or the entire compound will be under Muslim rule? It's a debated topic. Another hadith mentions that the first major following of Dajjal will be from the east, particularly Isfahan in Iran, where 70,000 Jews will follow him. Why will his major following be from that region? Is that where his base will be? Will he come from there to the Middle East to wage war? Can't say for sure. But we know this. The current world situation doesn't necessarily mean that Dajjal or Imam Mahdi are imminent. These powers may remain in control for a while. We don't know how long. What we do know is that many signs still need to appear. So, where can you find more details? The Prophet hinted at it. You should read the tafsir exegesis of the beginning of Surah Al-Isra in the Quran. If you want to know the future of Jerusalem and what happened in the past and what will happen again, it's all there. Allah talks about how each time a major occupation takes place in Jerusalem, what the final outcome will be. Surah Al-Isra predicts that history will repeat itself, and eventually Allah will send His chosen servants, who will enter the masjid just like the earlier generation did. Does this mean the current occupation will expand and take full control? Perhaps. But whether that happens before or after Imam Mahdi, it is clear that justice will be restored by Allah's will, and His promise never fails. In the end, we must realize that knowledge of the exact timing of Imam Mahdi, the Dajjal, and the last day lies only with Allah. What we have in the hadith are signs and guidance, not predictions we should obsess over. Our duty is to strengthen our faith, stay connected to the Sunnah of the Prophet, seek Allah's protection, and live a life of good deeds and steadfastness, especially in these testing times. Whatever happens in the world, we must remember that true success lies in salvation, in the hereafter. And for that, we must prepare our hearts, not just our timelines.